are Hoodlums. I have one niece that absolutely loves Lummox.
Hello, welcome back, guys. No, there's no pity stream.
Well, my goal when I turn the stream on is to make money. That's it. If I have to stream 8 hours a day to 150 viewers in hopes I make my money, I'll do it that way.
I didn't want to do the Blade roast, honestly. Like, the whole reason the Blade video came about was because Keem was yelling at us because the views were down. And then the next one, the next live, that was fine. And then this one was like the Christmas episode. And, it's been a steady decline. Like, this one's 2 weeks old. And, like, at this point, 40,000 views. It can't sustain the editor, much less make money. And it's like, at this point, for 30,000 views and like $300 in donations, which I would see like $90 of before taxes, so I might make $110. I get to be the lamb. Other things like the reason I quit, the main reason I quit is I put a stipulation out there, and 2.5 days go by, and I get one line of dialogue in 2.5 days. I just talk to them. I'm like, yo, we need to create like a Google document. We need to start getting like a bibliography. We need to have ideas pouring in every day. We don't need to be doing like videos on Wednesday where we just make shit happen in 30 minutes. No, I'm not going on fish tank. Like, here's what you guys don't understand. I don't care about succeeding on YouTube. Do not care. I just want a stable enough base to live comfortably. That's it. I ain't do this cycle. Like, you guys are acting like it's me that's doing this. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep that trash on my channel where I get upset and like I explain shit. Like, everybody wants to blame me for this. Like, yeah, like I'm the one out here mass reporting my channel. Dude, I don't mess with anybody. I don't hurt anybody. I'm not a racist. I'm nothing that people make me out to be. I don't beat my animals. Hell, my animals are my fucking life. They're my babies. What happens if I stop making enough money to live? I stop doing this. I go do something else. I'm not going to tell you like what, because if I tell you like what, that gives other people avenues to mess with me. Money hungry? Dude, I don't make enough money to be money hungry. I can end my ass up homeless. I own my home. How am I going to end up homeless? My home and land are owned free and clear. There's no home, there's no payment, there's nothing on my property. My credit by itself could cover the land taxes. I don't want to go back to the podcast. You guys are acting like I'm out here not thinking about what's best for me. So you think it's a better move to go sit on a podcast and get called a creep every day of your life with no end in sight? Because it doesn't matter how many times you apologize or say what you said is creepy and that is fucking dumb and everything like that. who cares what troll channels think of me? I don't. I don't. Like they here's what you don't understand. Like other than like Lummox, all the troll channels eventually end, right? All of them end. Like cuz like nobody's going to spend years of their fucking life cutting my 4-hour long stream up into like 10-minute bite-sized videos. So what happens is when one leaves, another one picks up. It doesn't fucking matter. They make the same videos over and over and over again. I don't think Lummox stops because I think this is Lummox's really only form of money. I think Lummox lives like off the money he makes off my channel. All right. In the future, anybody that tells me just to get off the internet, just time them out for 24 hours, please. I don't know what Lummox is like. Because I don't want to do anything else, man. Life ain't about working. Working is something you do to make money. I don't really complain about money all that often. Like what you're seeing is like that's what the highlight videos. If you sat only on what the highlight videos or low light videos said about me, I'm sitting here miserable for most of the time. I stream about 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I stream for about 30 hours a week. And there's probably about an hour and 10 minutes of that 30 hours that might be that woe is me shit. Well, I'm sorry that I spent 7 years of my life on PKA making no money, and I don't want to do it again with other podcasts. And like people just get to come along and just make it all. Working sucks. And working hard is even worse. Why would I be another rock bottom? Like here, the last time I had a rock bottom video, like I was 450 pounds. The only person that I felt loved me other than my grandmother left me. Well, at the day of that video, right? Let me explain to you like how. Let me set this up. I had I bought a brand new 2012 F-150, and that was in April of 2012. January 2013, I got kicked off of Machinima because they dropped a lot of contracts because they were bleeding money, right? So now I had this $40,000 truck with a $700 truck payment. I had to get rid of it. But my girlfriend at the time, her car broke down. So I had two trucks. I had my '02 Silverado and I had my new truck. So I'm like, hey, I have two cars. Drive my new truck. So I filled it up with gas and I gave it to her. And she kept it for like 2.5 weeks. And then she brought it back to me empty and broke up with me. When I asked, hey, when do you think I'm going to get the truck back? You said you only needed a week. It's been 2.5 weeks. So she brought the truck back and broke up with me. I was not taking care of myself. I was miserable. Like, Machinima had just dropped me. Like, everything in my life was bad. And that's when I made the rock bottom video. This is not a classic pity stream. This is me explaining older videos. Which, Craig, I understand you're saying that it was rock bottom for sure, but like, rock bottom is different for everybody, right? And like, there's people out there that, their parents got in car wrecks and shit like that, and they lost both parents at the same day. And like, a rock bottom doesn't look the same for everybody. And some people just can't hit rock bottom, right? Like, I would consider where Blade is much worse than where I was at. Because where I was at, I still had people that loved me. And I still have people that love me. My step parents love me. My mother is around and still loves me. My wife adores me. You know, I have a whole group of people right here that are spending their fucking day like losing sleep to console me. One thing I do miss is I forget to count my blessings at times. Then why am I miserable all the time? Because I'm a manic depressant. Well, in-laws, yeah. In-laws. Like Kelly's parents love me to death. Blessings is a word. You don't got to be blessed by anybody. Yeah, but somebody's saying, oh, when's rock bottom 2? I'm like, I'm nowhere close to rock bottom 2. Right? Like, I have a savings account right now. Like, most of 2000, like, from 2000, January 28th of 2013 to, like, probably January 6th of 2015, I lived strictly off savings for the most part. Like, I had like I don't know, $50,000 or $60,000 saved up, and I was making like $1,000 a month off YouTube, and I just sat around and watched the tablet and laid in bed most of the time. I was clinically depressed for a while. Even then, like in 2015, that's when I started streaming. I started streaming because I had like $400 in my account, and my truck needed tires, and I had no tires, and I had to do something. And then like 2 years later, I started getting trolled, and World War II came out. And even then, like, it's just me being in my head. I'm not clinically bipolar, no. Never been diagnosed bipolar. I'm not any kind of medicine for it. The problem with me getting opportunities is like every time I get an opportunity, like all these dudes you see in here coming here that are trying to mess with me, they just try to ruin it. It's to the point I don't even look for it. Like I don't even do like the basic shit like raid Shadow Legends. I doubt it'll be my last podcast. What most people have noticed is I'm really good at them. But I'm really good as the side guy on a podcast, not the main guy. My thing with like doing YouTube videos is I'm so like defeated. But it's like Call of Duty. It's like I'm in a much better mental place with Call of Duty than I was in 2017 when I had that mental breakdown. Like now I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. Like if I do bad, it's like, oh fuck, I don't really want to do bad, but like I don't give a shit. Like I'll tell you one thing. I do miss Sean Ranklin and the trolling with Sean Ranklin days. Because the trolling in Sean Ranklin days was like, shout out Sean Ranklin. That was it. That's what they did. They like shout out Sean Ranklin. Like I miss the days of like Liquid Richard was trolling and not like dudes actively out here sending police to the house. I didn't strike Sean Ranklin's channel down. It like I've never actually struck a troll channel. Oh, here it is. Here's every video I've ever done. That was Wings 007. That was Wings 007. Like all of this is like restreams when I was fighting restreams. That's every one of them. Like I can click all, like there's a whole list of these right here that has my content in it. All I gotta do is just click, and I can just get the ads for them. But I don't do that. Why did I do the massive ban? It was a long time since I'd done a massive ban. I had like 4,000 bans. And I felt like a lot of people got banned unjustly, and a lot of people kept asking me to unban them, and I didn't want to go through the whole list. Like, if YouTube ever failed, probably my next step is kick. All right, so everybody's spamming like this. You can't cut. You can't. Let me explain this. They're right that this right here isn't where you like claim people's views, right? Damn, Duty Stream's doing bad. But there is a way to claim videos. Like, there's companies out there that will let you claim videos and stuff like that. Hell, Keemstar was trying to set me up with one, and I declined it. Why? Well, one, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't give a shit about half the fucking channels like Breaking Banquet and shit like that. What I worry about mainly is like people making these lies up and getting to the point where like somebody tries to actually physically hurt me. Because all it takes is one mentally deranged person to like show up in my house with a gun. That's what I'm worried about. That's not really a lie. Because what I said I can do. I just couldn't do it on that particular page. I'm probably taking tomorrow off. And I'm just going to chill, boys. I'll see you guys a little bit. Peace, people. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.